All right, what is going on, you guys? A long time no see. My name is Patrick, and this channel used to be called Valor Aquaponics, but it is no more. And I'm gonna explain why. This is gonna be a little bit long, maybe, but I'm gonna be pretty thorough with you guys on what's going on, and just kind of give you some tips for those that are looking to get into business. So, I think the last time you guys saw me, I had the farm, Valor Aquaponics, and I think I was talking to you guys about opening up a store. Well, I ended up opening up the store back in March of 2022, and I really did it because at the time I had a new business partner who was a friend of mine. And they were like, oh yeah, we should really do this. I think we can make a lot of money. And so my gut said, don't do it. I already had enough on my plate with the farm. But they had all these ideas, and so I decided, okay, let's do this. I figured since they were around, or they were saying that they were going to be around, that it might make my life a little easier, maybe, switch off between the farm and the store and things like that. It didn't go that way. So about a month before the store opened, my business partner at the time I flew him out to California to see his cousin, who was going to give us money to help us keep the farm going, and for the store. Well, he ended up taking half the money for himself and then just disappeared. And I actually haven't seen or heard from him since. So that was back in February, end of February, sometime in February. So haven't heard from him since, which kind of put me in a tough position because I had to then run the store and I had to run the farm. Well, the problem is the store had to be open like 12 hours a day, and the farm needed at least 3-4 hours a day. There just wasn't enough time in the day, so the farm starting to get hurt from my absence. So. And the reason why we also signed with to open the store is because the people that ran the space have made all these promises, and they were like, oh, you guys are gonna make a ton of money. We have all these people in the building, and we're gonna help you market and blah blah blah. None of it happened. 90% of what they said were lies to get us to sign the contract. And I mean, I was losing money from day one. Wasn't even, I wasn't able to actually break even on a weekly basis until like 2 weeks before we closed, 3 weeks before we closed. And then we were finally starting to break even and maybe turn a slight profit. But when you're running a deficit for a couple months, that's a lot of money to get back. And I actually sunk pretty much my life savings into it. We're talking like $20,000 of my own money to keep it afloat. I even had an employee. She was amazing. And then, it got to the point where I couldn't even pay her the last check, which I'm still trying to do. But then the same week that the store had to close, I lost the farm. So couldn't keep up with the bills, couldn't keep up with the rent. Don't mind that, that's just the door. It's kind of windy outside, so yeah, I ended up losing the farm and the store all in 1 week. And when I lost the farm, I lost so much stuff. So I lost about $5,000 of my personal tools that I had, acquired over the course of 10 years. Couple fridges, a stove, couple newer LED TVs, hundreds of fish that I had paid for. I mean, just tens of thousands of dollars of my own personal property that ended up getting basically, like, the landlord ended up locking me out of the building and kept all my stuff. So I mean, I don't blame her. I mean, couldn't pay her bills, but at the same time, to lose that much of your personal stuff, it hurt. And actually, the reason why, like, I stopped making videos and I actually kind of just disappeared for a couple months is because I have been struggling so hard since the store and the farm closure, both mentally and financially. So when I lost both the store and the farm, I wasn't even paying myself at the store, and the farm wasn't paying for anything. So I was just living on what little money I had left. So by the time both closed, I mean, I had virtually nothing. And then I spent about 6 to 7 weeks going through the process of almost becoming homeless. Because at the time I couldn't get a job. Nobody, it's terrible because, with how the economy's been, nobody wants a 20 plus year experienced skilled tradesman in a downtrend of an economy. They don't want to pay somebody $35 an hour. They want somebody with my experience at $15-20 an hour. And that's part of corporate greed and stuff like that. But that's a whole different story. But I think what really stinks is that, and this is something for you guys to realize, is when you open a business, be very careful who you bring into your business. If you're going to be business partners, if you're going to have employees, if you're going to have business partners, put every little detail in writing. Because, for instance, my first business partner actually both business partners they're some of the most vile human beings I've ever met in my life. They're people that just took advantage of me. And my first business partner is still trying to take advantage of me. And which is ironic because they're a pastor, they're an associate pastor. But just has no morals, no values. They just want to keep taking advantage of me. So don't trust he was my best friend too. So just because they're friends, just because they're family, don't think that they're gonna treat you better. In fact, they're gonna treat you worse, because they're gonna use that friendship, they can use that relationship with you to take advantage of you. So be very wary of starting a business or being in business with family and friends. Once again, put everything in writing, because even down to what they're gonna do, how many hours they're gonna spend at the business, what exactly they're going to be doing on a daily basis, put everything in writing, because you just can't trust people. And then when you get into business and you're looking at renting spaces and things like that, be very careful, because I'm gonna tell you this, realistically, because I've been kind of in business for almost 3 years, is 99% of the people that you run across when it comes to business, they don't care about you and they don't care about your farm. What they care about is how they can use you and your business to make money for themselves. So if they can exploit you, if they can use you, if they can mistreat you and they can make a buck out of it, they will do so. And that happened with the store. The people that ran the space are just the most fake human beings you'll ever meet especially in Milwaukee. Since I was the first business to go under in that space, and since 3 other small businesses have gone under. So that's 4 businesses that went under in less than 7 months, or in 7 months or less. And this is supposed to be a space that's supposed to help small businesses. It didn't end up being that way. It's it was a ripoff. There's no way that a small business could turn a substantial profit at that space, and a lot of lies. I even have a lot of it on recording, have emails and text messages, and and it's funny because I haven't heard from them since, and I know that they know that they screwed me over. They're just never going to acknowledge it, and they're never going to apologize, because that's the kind of people that they are. In fact, they try to threaten me. So no, going into it, do your research on the people that you're going to rent from. If you're going to rent in a multi-tenant space, do your research, talk to other tenants, do some research into the people that run the space. Look at everything. But the biggest thing is, look out for yourself, because 99% of the people don't care about you at all. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care about your finances. They don't care about anything. They're just going to use you, chew you up, and spit you out. And that's the one thing that I've been struggling to deal with for the last couple months, is because, I almost went homeless. I was probably a week from becoming homeless, when finally some stuff came through and I was able to get caught up on my rent. I almost had the power shut off on me. That's okay now. I'm still behind on a lot of bills, really struggling. And it's probably going to be that way for a while. And that's what happens when you put your hands, when you put the fate of your business, fate of yourself in the wrong hands. So really be careful. Like I said, I've really been struggling with my mental health. Mainly just stay inside. I rarely go out. I'm out now. I'm actually at a school right now. So, I've been in these weird funks where I can't sleep at night, so then I sleep during the day, or I toss and turn at night. I have a lot of insomnia. And then there's some shame that, because, I had two businesses go under in the same week. And granted, there isn't too much that I could have done to save it once I realized where it was. Hindsight being 2020, I never should have opened the store. If I never would have opened the store, my farm would still be running. That's basically what it is. The fate of my farm was tied in directly to the store, and since the store failed, my farm failed. Which I'm going to tell you, if you're going to do multiple businesses, don't put it all under one. So technically, parts of the store were part of my foundation, and parts of it was under the store, or was under the farm name. Don't ever do that. And even with me buying a lot of stuff out of my personal money, the people for the lenders for the aquaponics farm that I had, they want to come after everything that I own. They're also very dirty. They're subprime lenders, I found out, which is funny because they primarily work with women and minorities, but they charge almost double the interest than anybody else in the city of Milwaukee. I'm not going to say who they are. You can find out if you want by doing a little research. They're just very shady people. They even give me really terrible advice. And when I sent an email to the president of the company, they actually came after me even harder. And then I left a negative review on Google, and they came after me even harder. They're just the shadiest. They're like the mob. They're just relentless. And they will try to destroy everything that you have. And I'm a veteran too, and they're supposed to represent veterans. They actually completely ignored a veteran grant that I qualified for, which I don't know if that's even legal, because I have beef with them. And they're the ones that were dispersing the money, but technically I qualify for the grant. But they made it a personal issue. So it's been a real struggle. It's taken me a couple months to trust some people again. I'm still struggling financially. I'm still struggling mentally. I'm in a lot better place because there was a time where I wasn't suicidal, but I contemplated my life. Like, would I be better if something happened to me and I just disappeared? And that's a pretty dark place to get into. Once again, never thought about taking my life, not once. I'm not. That was at one point in my life when I was a teenager. I struggled with suicidal thoughts, but this was more like despair. I was in despair. It's just wondering, like, okay, I owe more than what I have. I'm basically like a walking, like, there's a ball and chain just just dragging alongside me. So, but luckily I kept in touch with a couple friends, and in the last probably a month, 6 weeks, I decided to try again, because even people like Steve Jobs and Bezos and all them, they all failed multiple times in business. Some of the most successful business owners in this country and in the world have struggled at some point. Most businesses just don't just open and they're just multi-million-dollar businesses the next day. A lot of businesses fail, but it's all about perseverance. So even though I'm still struggling mentally, I'm still struggling financially, I need to do this for myself. So I decided to try to pick myself off the dirt, align myself with some people that are true friends, that truly believe in me and that want to help me, and they want to see me be successful. So that's where I am now. So I have a new business. It's a completely different corporation called Valor Farms, and that's what this channel has been rebranded to, is Valor Farms. It's gonna take a lot longer for me to get to where I was, because everything's being done slowly, smaller, but it's going to be done the right way. We're gonna grow small. We're gonna start small, grow organically, and not just grow organically like vegetable wise, but like grow organically as in, as we get bigger, as we start to make more money, we'll expand and get bigger. And the people that I'm working with, they're willing to help me. They're not asking for anything in return. They're not asking for me to pay them. They're not asking for, like, oh yeah, in 5 years give me like $1 million, stuff like that. Like, that's not how it is. They genuinely just want to see me be successful, and that's really helped out. That fellowship, that true fellowship of people that truly just want to see you be successful, truly believe in what you're doing, and want to help you with no expectations of anything in return. So it's been a really weird relationship, because I'm not used to that. I'm used to somebody always wanting to take advantage of me. So, and since I have my guard up, it's a slow process, but I'm getting there. And that's why I'm actually in this building right now. I'm actually in the school, and some of the friends that are helping me are actually at the school. So I'm actually in partnership with my foundation, which is Valor Foundation, which is a registered 501c3, and my new farm, Valor Farms. We are actually building some hydroponic systems here at the school to help kids learn about sustainable farming. And then I'm actually going to be helping some of the teachers here with basically faith-based sustainable agricultural curriculum. So I'm going to be working with them. I'm going to be working with the school. I'm going to be working with the students. I've already met some of the kids of the agricultural club, giving some tips from that I know. I don't know everything, but I've learned quite a bit in the last 3 years. So that's where I am, and that's actually, so like if you see here, that's some of the system that I'm building. It should be up and running by the end of the week, and that video I'm actually gonna post in a day or two of me starting the system. But yeah, I mean, don't get discouraged by by what's happened to me. If you are looking to start a business, just be very careful. Take heed of what I've said, and just make sure you have the right people around you, because that's going to help you in the long run. The right people are going to help you. The right people are going to help you become successful. They're going to give you the encouragement. They're going to give you the they're going to give you sweat equity. And hopefully when you become successful, you can return the favor to them. So it's a little bit of a down video. I just kind of wanted to keep you guys up to what's been going on, that I didn't die or go missing. Just been, I've been struggling for the last few months, and now you guys know why. But I am optimistic in the future. It's gonna be a little slower, but I think it's gonna be a lot better, a lot more fulfilling. And then in the meantime too, I've really focused on starting a garden at home, and so I have a ton of vegetables that I've been taking care of, and a lot of them are going to be coming here. So like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, tomatillos, lettuce, so you name it, I've been growing it. So really exciting for that. I have quite the green thumb lately, so looking forward to that. So once again, don't be discouraged. In fact, be encouraged, because I am taking that step to get off the, after being knocked down, I'm going to get back up, brush myself off, and try again, because now I've learned a lot. It's been a terrible experience, but I've learned so much through it. And I'm not going to allow certain people to destroy me, to destroy my life, destroy my passion, and destroy what I'm destined to do. So take encouragement in that. So if you guys want, stick around, because there's going to be a new series starting. It's called Hydroponics in the Classroom. Part 1 should be coming up in a couple of days. I'm actually going to be recording that as soon as I'm done with this video, so that we can get started with that first video. And then I'm going to try to post at least once a week, maybe more. So yeah, stick around. Thanks for sticking with me. I look forward to getting back on here and communicating with you guys. And please leave a comment if there's certain things you guys want to learn. If you have any questions about some of the things I went through, if you don't want to, if you want to keep it more private, please email me at info@valor.farm. If you guys want to know more about my farm, please go to Valor, so www.valor.farm. So that's actually a new web address. So you can actually have a .farm web address. So it's www.valor.farm. And then if you guys want to know more about my Valor Foundation, which is working in partnership with the school and working with conservation, that is Valor FDN, so for foundation, valorfdn.org. And you can actually get the link off my farm website. So, and if you guys can help and want to donate to our project here, it is tax deductible. You can do so through the website. So thank you again for sticking around, and I look forward to posting some more positive videos in the future. Thanks.